Guys, what's going on? Jada Reporter coming at you once again. And of course, it's a weekly thing we do over here at the Halftime Adjustment, and it's called Against the Spread. Now, so far this season, I am at 24, 20, and 1. Yes, due to last week's great performance out of my good picking brain, I believe I went, was it 11 and 4? Yeah, 11 and 4 last week is what I did. I went 11 and 4 last week. I did that. Got me over 500. This week, I'm looking to clobber it again. So let's hop right into it with this Sunday and Monday games. Now, first game's up on the docket, Colts, Bears, and it looks like you're going to give the Bears 3 points. In this game, it's more about the defenses and who can stop who. I'm really not still that impressed with Indy's offense, even though Phillip Rivers has the best completion percentage of any quarterback in the NFL right now. I still kind of like what Chicago can do offensively, and now that we know they're going to get consistency at the quarterback position, maybe that'll lead to way better in the offensive side of the ball. But if I'm going to give the Colts 3 points, I'm more than likely going to wind up taking it. So this one may come back to bite me early on, but I'm going to take the Colts against the spread just because of the defense in this game. I really like Indy's defense, best defense in the NFL statistically. Now, next game up, Jags, Bengals. Two offenses that can either go for 3 or 30. You really don't know what you're going to get on a week-to-week basis, and it looks like the line is going to be Cincinnati minus 2.5. So in this one, I really like how Joe Burrow has played this year. I really like how since his offense is coming alive, he's starting to get a little bit of a building up of rapport with Tyler Boyd. So that could be something that could really expose a secondary in the Jaguars, but does give up a lot of yardage. I mean, they gave up a ton to Fitzmagic. I don't think they're going to do too much better against Joe Burrow in this air attack. So I'm going to take the Bengals against the spread in this one for that very reason. Now, Browns, Cowboys, two of the most disappointing franchises in my eyes in the last 10 to 20 years. But here we go. Nonetheless, they're playing the game on Sunday. Browns 2-1, Cowboys 1-2. Dallas has the point spread of a negative 4.5. And this one's a little hard to really suggest here because the Browns can either play really great football, run the ball, be consistent, but it can also be that team that can completely lay an egg like they did against Baltimore. And this game is in Dallas. I always said I was going to not take Dallas, and I'm not going to take Dallas. So let's go with Cleveland plus 4.5. That's where I'm leaning there. Next matchup, Saints, Lions. Saints need this win in the worst way. They need this win because if they slip up and lose this game, they're going to be too far behind to catch up to what Tampa Bay got going on right now. Even if Tampa Bay's hurt all over the place, they're just very consistent with what they're choosing to do. Now, the Lions can score with anyone in the NFL. That has not changed. But I'm going to tell you what has changed has really been what their defense allows. And it doesn't really help the fact that their secondary gives up way too many balls past 10 to 15 yards through the air, which means that either the linebackers aren't getting deep enough into their coverages or their safeties aren't playing high enough. So that can be a bit of an issue. So kind of looking at this, I'm going to take the Saints minus 3. I just think you're playing indoors. You got Drew Brees. Alvin Kamara is a monster this season. I'm going to take the Saints minus 3. I think they're going to kind of get things back on track. Now, next up, Seahawks, Dolphins. Why would I even take the Dolphins in this one? There's no reason why I should take the Dolphins in this one, and I'm not going to take the Dolphins in this one. So give me the Seahawks minus 6. I'm sorry, not minus 6, but minus 5. I'll take that. Next game, Chargers, Bucks. Bucks minus a touchdown. That's what they're saying. That's what I'm taking. Bucks minus 7. Why? Or why would I do that, you ask? Okay, here's your answer. Better defense, better offense, better quarterback. I'm just going to roll with that. I think Tom Brady is worth the 2 extra touchdowns it's going to take to actually put the Chargers away. And also, I believe that this Buccaneers defense can actually handle a bit of what the Chargers are going to put out. Now, Justin Herbert has proven that he can get out there and swing it with the big boys. But in this game, it's not really swinging with the big boys. It's swinging against a legend. And that sometimes can be a little bit too much for a rookie to kind of come in and say, all right, I got it, let's go. I don't think that's going to be more so the case. Take the Bucks minus the spread. Next game, it's going to get ugly. It's going to be ugly. It's going to stay ugly. It will remain ugly. Ravens, Washington. Baltimore minus 14. Have you guys watched the Washington offense? Have you? Okay. Outside of Terry McLaurin, who scares you? I'll wait. Take the Ravens against the spread. Next up, Cards, Panthers. Arizona minus 3 against that defense in Carolina. Kyler Murray's going to go absolutely nuts in this game. I see it. I just know it's going to happen. I'll take the Cards against the spread. I'm sorry, Panther fans. It's just not in the cards for you guys. No pun intended. Vikings, Texans. Vikings, the most disappointing team in the NFL right now due to the talent that they have and the fact that they are still winless. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. I'm going to take the Texans. Actually, both these teams are disappointing, but you look at who the Texans played versus who the Vikings have played. The Texans have to play 3 teams that if you said at the end of the year we're in the Super Bowl, you would not be like, oh, what? Because they lost to the Steelers, they lost to the Ravens, they lost to the Chiefs. If any one of those 3 teams make the Super Bowl, no one's going to be like, oh, well. So guess what? Take the Texans in this one. Texans minus 4. I'll take that as well. Giants, Rams. I'm going to take the Rams because the Giants are absolute dumpster fire. I mean, no Saquon, no offense. It's just not happening. Daniel Jones cannot handle that type of stress without having someone to lean on. Now, granted, having Devontae Freeman there now does kind of ease the load a tiny bit, but definitely not enough to make much of a dent, especially when you're talking about playing against a Rams defensive front that's going to give them fits the same way the Steelers defensive front did. So I'm going to roll with the Rams in this one, minus 13. Now, I know I said in week 1, if you give me a touchdown, I'll probably take it, but you have to take into consideration the offense that they're giving the points to, and do you trust them to score? I don't. Now, next up, we got Patriots-Chiefs. Okay, I believe I left off at Patriots-Chiefs. Had to let some family into the house. We got some things going on. But check it out. Patriots-Chiefs. This one has a bit of an update. I know the line had it at KC minus 7, but here's the problem with that. You plan all week for Cam Newton to play. He comes down with COVID, can't play. That changes what the offense can do. And also, given the amount of time that they have, not really conducive to an offense scoring points. Anytime you got to change a major component of your offense, and we're talking the quarterback, that's the biggest spoke on that wheel. So having to get that changed means that this spread may change, but it doesn't matter. I'm taking KC against the spread in this one because I believe if you don't give an offense, even as great a coach as Bill Belichick is, you don't give him enough room to make the moves, enough time to really adjust, it's not going to come out pretty. So you're going to see a lot of run on first, run on second, throw on third kind of things out of New England. And that's just way too simplistic. I mean, way too simplistic for the Chiefs and Andy Reid. I just don't see that going well for New England. Now, next game up, and we only got 3 more left to cover, guys. We got Bills-Raiders next up, and it's Buffalo minus 3. Given how Buffalo's played these first 3 games, they've played very consistently, and then they've also almost given the game away. And when I say giving the game away, I'm talking last week against the Rams because they just stopped playing football late in that second half, and it almost cost them the game. Now, I do believe that they're going to probably fix that, and what better team to fix that against than the Oakland Raiders, who still don't know maybe internally if they are as good as they have been playing. So with that being the case, I'm going to take the Bills against the spread. Hopefully Josh Allen has not let me down. Now, granted, he's one of my fantasy quarterbacks, and he hasn't let me down, and that's also in my money league, so let's get this paper, big fella. Now, next up are the 2 primetime games. Primetime Sunday night, Eagles, 49ers. When the season started, I thought this was going to be a good game. At the end of this game, I'm still worried that who's either going to be showing up. Can the Eagles finally beat a team, and can the 49ers still continue to beat the odds? Now, we all know the 49ers story. They're hurt all over the place. Starting quarterback out, 2 wide receivers out. I still believe they're missing D4. They're also going to be without Bosa. So we're talking they're hurt all over the place. Now, they are getting Deebo Samuels back. That's going to help the offense out. That's going to help out a younger quarterback kind of get his mojo going, kind of get his flow going. So that's going to wind up helping them out. The Eagles have been a dumpster fire mentally, and then that transpires to being the same thing on the field. So with that being the case, I'm going to roll with 49ers against the spread. And I'm giving the Eagles a full touchdown. That lets you know how much I do not trust them, because they had the prime opportunity multiple times last week to put away the Bengals and did not do it. You get the ball in overtime on the 40-yard line, which means if you run the ball 3 times, you're setting yourself up for a 50 to 53-yard field goal. If you're not smart enough as a team to do that, then I can't trust you even if I give you points. So in this one, I'm going with the 49ers because I trust the coaching, I trust the quarterback whose name I can't remember, and I definitely can trust the defense who's got players playing who I've never seen play before. So if I'm going with that, I'm pretty sure I'm pissing off about 50% of my viewers who may be Philly fans. Sorry, bros, just not going down too well for you. It's ugly. Next up, speaking of ugly, the Atlanta Falcons will be taking on the Green Bay Packers. That's on Monday night. I'm going to be in the NICU Monday night because I have no interest in watching this game whatsoever. If I want to watch a murder, I would watch Cold Case Files or CSI. I have no reason to watch this game outside of maybe watching Aaron Rodgers cut him up like a knife through warm butter. That would be fun to watch for me as a former QB. I would love to watch that, but with this being the case, we're going to go with Green Bay against the spread. And funny enough, they're only giving Green Bay 7 points. I think that's disrespectful to Green Bay. And I think you're looking at Atlanta with way too much optimism. They're 0-3 for a reason, because up here they don't play football well. Onside kick anybody? You've blown 3 big leads, and this is not an offense that you can just jump on and take that lead. I don't see that happening. So with that being the case, it's just not going to go well. But you guys let me know what you think about these picks down in the comment section below. Also, do not forget, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. My name is Jay the Reporter, signing out. Peace.